Hey, welcome everyone to the Southwestern Career Connections digital series. I'm Tyler Good, the Director of Public Relations at Southwestern Community College. My co-host is Mike Despo, our Director of Career Services. The primary purpose of our program each week is just really to provide hope to anyone who may have lost their job during this current pandemic. The number of people who've either become unemployed or had their hours reduced since February of this year really is quite staggering. And if you fall in that category, today's show will give you some great ideas for improving your circumstance in life. At Southwestern, we offer more than 40 academic programs, and we're going to talk about as many of those career fields as we possibly can today with our first guest, who's Dr. Mark Ellison. He serves as our Director of Enrollment Management at SCC. Also joining us today are April McNiff, our high school partnership coordinator, and Jodie Waldroup, our career counselor. April will touch on the benefits of and all the ways that you can earn college credit while you're still in high school. And Jodie is going to talk about our Peak Initiative at Southwestern. Thanks to every one of you for being here today. Mike, like I was just saying, more than 1 in 5 American adults across the country have lost their jobs since this pandemic started sweeping through the nation. We're uniquely positioned at SCC to give folks a fresh start. What do we want prospective students to know about SCC when they start expressing educational or career goals?
Well, thank you, Tyler. And as you know, because you and I have interviewed just a succession of employers, faculty, deans, and staff who help prepare students for that real world, for essential jobs, and then hire them. And we've learned a lot this spring, I think, about just how needed our students are in our community, even during a time of difficult employment scenarios. We're still posting positions in the job board for them. We're still talking to employers that say that they want them, and our students, we're still preparing them for that world. And when they walk in our door, and we're going to hear in just a little bit, how easy it is to get enrolled in SCC. But when they sit down and meet with Jodie or myself about options at SCC, we always like to take a little bit of a back step and talk about the two major directions that they can go. And one is college transfer, and with 4-year education being so uncertain right now, that is more important than ever. We play already a critical role in preparing so many students to enter their 4-year education through our college transfer route, and also some applied programs that have articulation agreements. And Dr. Ellison can talk about that in a minute. But we also have a range of applied programs, many of which we've learned a lot about this spring, from automotive systems engineering to energy and mechatronics to our business programs, and so many more that and healthcare, of course, is right at in the forefront of everybody's thought right now. I always like to tell students, these applied programs make you work ready in 2 years, and then of course the college transfer programs, you can leverage that into a fast track towards a 4-year education at an affordable rate with the benefits, many benefits that SCC offers. And so at the end of the day, during this pandemic, we are better positioned than ever to meet students where they are and help them go where they need to go. So,
Very, very good point. And one thing you brought up is something we really need to mention. I mean, there's so much uncertainty in the world today, and there's just really no reason right now to pay more money for a 4-year university experience when there's a very, very good chance you may not get that experience, but guaranteed you come to SCC, you're going to get a great experience. You're going to get the exact same college credit, and you're going to save yourself a lot of money. So we want to encourage people to do that. Turning now to Dr. Ellison, thank you so much for joining us this morning. I always enjoy talking to you, and I know you're going to be able to relay this information real well to our audience based on our past conversations.
Yeah,
As I mentioned, As I mentioned in the intro, we've got programs that prepare folks for more than 40 different career fields. I mean, it's just a wide array of them. And we don't really have time this morning to just go through and list every single one individually. But I thought a good starting point would be if you could just kind of break down for people how internally we separate these programs into 3 separate divisions at SCC.
Yeah, sure thing, Tyler. Thanks for having us on here today. It's nice to be able to talk about this, and just building on what y'all were just talking about. We've Southwestern's been offering online classes for several decades. This is something we're very experienced in, and when students enroll with us this fall, we're going to be offering exact same quality of service, same student support, same small classes. It's business as usual for us. This is the way we've been doing things, and so we're ready to continue offering what we've been offering, for many years. So that's one thing that you're going to get at Southwestern. So the way our academic divisions are broken out at Southwestern, we've got arts and sciences, we've got career technologies, and health sciences. Arts and sciences, that's our associate in art, associate in science, associate in fine arts degrees, really preparing you for direct transfer to a 4-year school, whether it be a public university or a private institution. And I'll talk a little bit more about those in just a minute. And then within career technologies, we've got a number of different areas within that, whether it be business, engineering and applied technology, information technology, legal programs, public service, and as well as trades. And the trades have always been booming, and there's lots of opportunities there. Health sciences, we've got over 14 health science programs. And we're building a new health sciences facility that's going to allow us to add 3 more programs in 2021. So lots of opportunity in all those areas. So lots of demand, which I'll talk about in just a minute, in different sectors where we offer degrees. And we offer diplomas, certificates, and of course the associate degrees. So you can get, in some cases, take 3 classes and have a credential to get you a job.
Absolutely. I like what you pointed out there about how we've been perfecting distance learning for more than 20 years. We talk about that a lot, just on the marketing side of things, but it's true. I mean, that's why when this happened, we were ready. I mean, it took us less than a week, and we were able to easily transition almost everything online that was feasibly possible to be done. Obviously, folks can go to our website and get the whole list of all of our programs, but thought it might be good this morning if you could just touch on a few from each of the divisions that right now still have space for this fall that people might be interested in enrolling in, and particularly some that might be COVID proof. I mean, a lot of people lost their jobs because the jobs weren't considered essential. So if you could hit on a few of those right now, I think that's something our listeners would like to hear.
Sure, absolutely. And one that's always a good option would be our college transfer options, associate in arts, associate in science. I mean, that's just setting you up to be able to get an associate degree, transfer over to any of the UNC system campuses, the private institutions in the state of North Carolina, and have your general education classes done. Go and starting in on your major courses and be set up good. And Mike mentioned, the articulation agreements. There's a statewide agreement that guarantees that transfer of courses, but we've set up a number of agreements, many with Western Carolina, that allow students to transfer over in applied science programs, like our outdoor leadership program. Our Distinguished Alumni Award winner, Dustin Wilson, finished our outdoor leadership program, went over to Western, completed the Parks and Rec program there, and got a PhD at Clemson. So it really sets up a nice pathway to help students get to where they want to go, and that's what we're all about. So college transfer, always a good option. If you're looking for something that's going to get you more directly into the workforce, in the short term, of course, our mechatronics program, that's been booming for a long time. And if you want to get into robotics, work in that area, excellent pay for graduates coming out of that program, strong career opportunities there. Our county governments are hiring. They're looking for folks with the office administration, the business background. Those are good options to go into right now. Human services, there's always a demand for that, and there's even more need for it now. With all that's happening in our world. So that's a strong area to go into. Information technology careers, we've got a whole host of information technology programs, cybercrime technology, with all that's going on now and the flexibility that IT type careers offer. There's opportunities there as well. And I mentioned before the trades with our welding, auto mechanics, HVAC. There's tremendous demand and great pay for people coming out of those programs. And if you're looking at healthcare, many of our programs in healthcare are they're competitive as far as their admissions process. But we do one program that can get you into the workforce very quickly, and only 3 courses is nurse aid, and there's still availability in that program. And that's a great way if you're looking for something to get started on and to get employed quickly. That's a good option for you there. So.
Really good points. And I always like hearing you talk about all the wide array of programs, because I don't think the general public really realizes what a vast array of programs we have at SCC that covers so many different areas. One more question for you. We've got just over a month before college classes start on August 17th for our fall semester. And those careers probably sound exciting to a lot of folks. And there's probably at least one of them that kind of pushed the button for somebody. But the idea of getting enrolled in college may sound a little intimidating, especially someone maybe hadn't been in school in a while. It's like, oh my goodness, I do not want to go cut through a lot of red tape. Can you just touch on real quickly and walk people through how seamless and quick and easy our enrollment services team makes getting the whole process of registration done?
Yeah, it's a very simple process. We're there to support folks if they have questions, so they can always call us or email us, and I'll give you that information in just a minute. But you can just go to our website at southwesterncc.edu. The link's there on the page. You can on how to apply. You can get started with that. Submit the application. Be sure to do the residency aspect of the application, and then once you've submitted that, we need to get your official transcripts. Get those sent on over to us so we can know how to appropriately advise you and get you registered for classes. You need to meet the placement guidelines, and we'll help you through that process as well. None of this, you're not on your own on any of this. You've got support all the way through, just like you do when you're enrolled at Southwestern. You want to be sure to apply for financial aid. You want to be able to get as much financial support as you can, so you can apply for that through our website as well. That's very easy to do. And once we get all your information in, we're going to send you a letter and an email that's going to give you the details on who to contact, how to contact them, and then you're going to be able to get started. So we can turn it around really quickly for you. And then if you have questions, you can always call us in our office at 828-339-4352, or just email us at admissions@southwesterncc.edu, or you can stop by one of our locations. We've got folks there that can help you if you have any questions. So yeah, it's like I said, you got lots of support, and it's really a simple process.
Thanks, Mark. And I'm glad you brought up the financial aid aspect, because that's another thing that may intimidate people from enrolling at SCC. Even though we're a lot more affordable than the universities, it's still money that it costs a lot of money to go to school anywhere. And having the financial aid available brings that price down even further for a lot of people. So thanks for bringing that up. And speaking of affordable options for school, boy, does April have a deal for you. She's we're going to talk to her now. Thanks for being here, April. And there are a few ways, right, that people can start enrolling for college credit while they're still in high school. I mean, my own son's doing it, so I can kind of speak to that as a father. But before we get into the different options that are available, what is the price tag?
Thanks, Tyler, for letting me be here today and kind of talk a little bit about Career and College Promise. It's Southwestern Community College has offered this awesome opportunity through Career and College Promise for high school students, where they can take and earn college credits with no cost to tuition. So for a lot of parents out there, a lot of students, that cost factor is really on their minds, and being able to have that opportunity for them, whether it's just a couple of classes or they want to earn something a little bit more, they can take those classes while they're in high school with no cost of tuition at all. So they're free.
You can't beat free. I mean, when you're talking about school, and my son, just a quick plug for that. I mean, by May, he's on track to have 2 full years of college credit by the time he's 18. That was unfathomable to me back in my day 20 years ago. I just cannot imagine what a blessing that is to have that in your back pocket before you even step onto a university campus. Now that you kind of got folks' attention, though, with the price tag, tell us about the options.
So we serve Southwestern Community College with our Career and College Promise program. We serve the Swain County, Jackson County, Macon County, and the Qualla boundary areas. So we have a wide range out in this part of the state that we serve our students. And we serve not just public high schools, but we also serve private as well as homeschool. So even if your student is enrolled as homeschool, or there are options there for you. So we offer a wide range there, and certainly with high school students, we have some that maybe know what their interests are, but we also have some that don't necessarily know what they want to do. And I think it's a great opportunity as well for them to take a class or maybe start a track or a pathway that can lead them to their long-term goals as well.
Very good, very good. I know the early colleges, if people are wanting to enroll in those, they have different application times. But for career and college promise students, just give them a quick overview how they can get started.
Absolutely. So we have a lot of flexibility. We kind of tie into Southwestern Community College, being a community college, serving our community, and we have a very flexible enrollment process. We have students that can apply. They can reach out to their high school counselors. They can reach out to us, let them know they're interested. We have a very simple, easy process. We're here to help them with that. And if they need help trying to pick out what types of classes that they're interested in. And we also offer, very similarly to post-secondary, a wide range where they can do online classes. They can do seat-based at one of our Southwestern locations. And we even offer some opportunities at the high school locations as well, if they're interested in possibly taking a SEC credit earning class at the high school too.
Yeah, and I just encourage anybody listening who's either got a child that's in position and of the age to start at SEC through their high school, to reach out to April here, or just go to our website. If you can't remember names and everything, just go to our website, southwesterncc.edu. All the information is right there, readily available for you. Thank you so much, April, for being here this morning and talking to us about this. Jodie's been patiently waiting here on the podcast, and she's got some important information to share about our approach to preparing students for the job market from the minute they arrive here. A few years ago, we kind of came up with this whole process we call PEAK, this concept we call PEAK. Can you tell us a little bit about what that is all about and how you work with students, Jodie, you and Mike?
Absolutely. Thank you for having me on this morning. So PEAK stands for Professional Exploration and Knowledge, and it's our quality enhancement plan. We started implementing it in fall of 2017, so we're actually going into our fourth year of implementing it. And I will say firsthand, it's changed a lot, and we are constantly raising our own internal bar of expectations of how we can support students. But really what it's all about, and how I explain it to college students that are enrolling, is it's about helping you identify your career choice early, as well as what experiences and resources you're going to have and utilize to help you get there. So in our freshman seminar course known as ACA, students write a reflection essay where they really narrow down to what career choice they want to pursue. And they write a 5-year career plan about the experiences and the resources they're going to utilize to help them get there. So the way I explain that to all the students is your essay is your destination that you put into your GPS, and then the 5-year plan is all the roads you're going to take to get there. So that's how I break it down to the students. So we do that in the first semester. Students typically enroll in ACA during their first semester with us, so they get that extra support right from the beginning, because we know that when students are informed on their career choice, they're more likely to graduate from college as well as be happy and successful in that career once they're in the field. So that's really what PEAK is all about, is helping students know where they're going from the start and helping them get there. And we have a big part in that through our office and career services.
Thanks for explaining that, Jodie. And I hope the common theme that people listening are hearing this morning is that our college, from the minute you enroll, we're helping you get pointed in the direction of what you want to do with your life. And we've got people actively team, you and Mike right there ready. That is what y'all are all about, is just helping people get oriented towards their career. So thanks for doing that. For our students, thanks for being here this morning. We have a little bit of time remaining, and what I'd like to do is just give each one of our guests 30 seconds or so just to say whatever you'd like to mention, maybe something we didn't get to talk about earlier when when we were interviewing you. So let's start with you, Dr. Ellison, if you don't mind, just touch on anything you'd like here. Free for all.
Oh, sure. And like I mentioned before, we just ready to assist y'all. Anybody that wants some help going through the application process. One thing I didn't mention that we will have available for you soon. We're going to have a virtual tour on our website here in the next couple of weeks. So you can click on that, and we'll be sending it out via email and text to those folks who've already requested information from us. But you'll be able to take a tour of campus and see what we've got to offer. And we'll have our orientation out there soon as well. So, but again, feel free to contact us. We're here to help.
Thank you, sir. April.
I just wanted to mention for the parents out there and high school students that may be listening in that the Career and College Promise program is a great opportunity to think about as well, especially if you're looking into scholarships in the future. They really look for anything that's outside of what can you enhance and add to your palette as far as everything that you're looking into. So just keep that in mind, and also just, experiencing what is a college class like. And you can always reach out to us. And like Tyler mentioned earlier, you can go to our website, and we have a specific page for Career and College Promise as well with more details.
Very good. Very good point. That's a great point about just getting some experience while you're still in high school, knowing what a college class is going to be like, so it's not so foreign when you actually start. Jodie, anything you'd like to add?
Absolutely. So I'm not saying this because I'm employed, but SCC is a really amazing school to start at. I'm actually an alumni of SCC. I attended right out of high school and got my associate in arts and transferred to Western, and as well as many of my friends, and that we all attended SCC, and we all loved our experience there as students. We all felt very prepared when we got to the four-year institution. So it really is an amazing place to start, and the support is incredible in the sense of you always know you have someone on your team. And that's typically what we talk about at orientation whenever we have it, is identify your person. And I will definitely say, like, SCC is happy to help you get to where you want to go. And it's just a good place to start your college journey and get into the workforce.
I appreciate that testimony as a graduate yourself, as someone who took classes at SCC. You can speak to that. So thank you for that. Mr. Despo, we've had, this was a great idea you had today to bring this group together. Please give us your closing thoughts.
Tyler, I shouldn't be surprised because I'm intimately familiar with all of that which we've discussed, and I work here. But, I still, every time I hear the level of support we provide students, I'm just floored myself. And, in a world that seems to be increasingly virtual, our guests today have described a veritable roadmap to success. And whether, you're getting direct support through Career and College Promise and through our high-touch admissions process, and you get in the door of Southwestern, and we help you with all of that, as we've heard today. Once you're there, through our PEAK program, every student is provided the opportunity to really learn and explore their interests and the competencies that they need to be successful and to sort of create a map to get there. And no map is complete without a destination. And so Jodie and I in Career Services, we do offer a whole range of services that once you're in SCC and once you've confirmed that major program that's right for you and you've set goals, we'll help you achieve those along with our colleagues and faculty across the curriculum. We've got, employers, many of whom we have visited with on this podcast, who have, said, hey, we want to hire you. We bring them to campus. They post jobs. We provide help with resumes and cover letters and applications of any type. We help students prepare for interviewing and really practice articulating those direct experiences that we help them achieve, as well as transferable skills and experiences that will make them more work ready. And basically, we're just here to help every step of the way on that map and help students reach that final goal. So today we learned about the front end, but do know that we're there all the way through, and it was just a real shot in my arm to hear my colleagues talk about their fine programs and support. So
I'm the same exact way, Mr. Despo. I agree completely. And I would encourage people, if you, any of these career fields we talked about today kind of really push the button for you and got you intrigued or interested, I really encourage you to check out our website, or also look at these past podcasts that we have on Spotify and listen. We go more in depth in quite a few of them, and we're going to continue to add to this library in the weeks and months ahead. Special thanks this morning to our producer, Austin Warren. He's our PR assistant. He does a ton of work each week behind the scenes to pull this off so smoothly. So thank you, Austin. And again, our fall registration is coming up. Classes start August 17th. There's no better time than right now. Reach out to us, go on our website, and get all the information you need to get the ball rolling. Thanks again, everyone, for tuning in, and be sure to catch us every week, either on the same podcast provider or social media outlet you found us this time. New episodes drop by noon every Tuesday. Hope everybody has a great week.